No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I am Batman. I mean, Average Sniper.
What's up, guys? Average Sniper here. I have a crazy gameplay for you today. 107 kills with the scout class. I believe 102 of them were sniper kills, and the rest were pistol and trip bomb, which means only 5 kills were not sniper kills out of 107. Crazy. Well, I wanted to show you guys this gameplay, and at the same time, I wanted to talk to you about something that kind of annoys me. Not about Battlefield 1, but what kind of annoys me about some channels on YouTube. So, I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I like to try and keep my content as original as possible. And when I watch other YouTube channels, I see a lot of stuff that's already been done before. And you know what? Sometimes you can't help it when you're all making videos about the same game. You're going to cross paths, you're going to talk about the same thing. You might even have videos that are based on the same theme. But one of the things I see that reoccurs is YouTube channels that don't really teach you anything. They just have gameplay of themselves doing really awesome. And while that is fun to watch sometimes, it seems to me it might get kind of old. I would prefer to watch a gameplay of someone doing really awesome and have them explain to me at the same time that I'm watching the gameplay how they were able to do that. Because I think most people, you know, they want to be able to do that. They don't just want to watch somebody else do it. If you play the game, you want to be able to do good at that game. So when I see somebody else beasting and they just upload the gameplay and talk about how awesome they are for doing it, it kind of makes me not want to watch their channel anymore. Because I'm like, you know what? You're a really good player. I respect that, you know, and that's cool that you want to upload these videos and show us how good you are, but I want to know how you did that. What's your strategy? Why do you use the gun you use? Why do you play the game mode that you play? And I just want to know tips. You know, how do you know where the enemies are coming from? Stuff like that. It's just questions in my mind. So while you're watching this gameplay, I would like to tell you the game mode I'm playing, my favorite sniper rifle, some of the strategies I use, and anything that I can think of while the gameplay is going on. So, here we go. I am using the Smle Mark III. This is my favorite sniper rifle. Now the scope on this sniper rifle only goes to 4 times, okay? So it doesn't magnify very much, but once you get used to it, and if you put the correct reticle on, you can basically hit those long shots. Now you're probably not going to be hitting anything past 300 or 400 meters with ease, but anything inside of that window, this scope works great for. And I haven't found a lot of engagements, even on the long sniper maps, where you have to worry about snipers that are super far away. Because those snipers are just not as effective as they were in previous battlefields, like Battlefield 4. You can zero your scope to 1,000 meters. Same with Battlefield Hardline, even though not many people did super long range sniping in Hardline. And you know, so that kind of takes away the need to have a big scope. I find that I also do better with a smaller scope because I can see more. If my scope magnifies too much and I'm playing close to medium range, it just doesn't make any sense for me to have that much magnification. So I like to go between the 4x, the 4 times, and the 6 times scopes. Those are my favorite scopes for almost any situation. I almost never use the 8 times or the 10 times scopes. Now, for my pistol, I like to switch between the Frommer Stop and the Mars Automatic. The Mars Automatic is super powerful. 2 shots to the head will kill, 3 shots to the body. The other pistols take 5 and 6 shots to the body, 3 and 4 shots to the head, so you have to be very accurate. If you can be, I mean, you have to be accurate with any of the pistols, I guess, but if you can be extremely accurate, then go for a high-powered pistol that doesn't have, you know, the fast fire rate like the Mars Automatic. If you can aim it and get those kills, that's great. If you're playing on console, your aim assist will help you greatly get these kills. If you're playing on PC, you might want to try not aiming down the sights with your pistol. But this gameplay is almost all exclusively sniper kills, except for a few pistol kills here and there. So I'm going to get back to talking about the sniper rifles I like, and why I like them. Okay, so getting back to that, the SMLE Mark III is just amazing, okay? 52 rounds per minute, so it has a really great fire rate. Not the fastest in the game, but pretty close. So the Gewehr 95 is faster, but you don't get as many bullets. With the SMLE Mark III, you get 10 bullets, okay? So you don't have to reload until you've shot 10 times. None of the other sniper rifles currently do that. Maybe there'll be some DLC in the future with sniper rifles that do that, but right now the max is 10 bullets, and this is the only gun that has that. So another reason I like this gun is how many bullets it has in the clip and how fast the fire rate is. The next most important thing is the sweet spot. This gun can one-shot kill to the chest between 40 and 75 meters, which is amazing. Now, it's not as forgiving as the Martini Henry, which will basically let you get a stomach shot between 30 and 80 meters as a one-shot kill. With this gun, you actually do have to hit them in the upper chest. There's not a lot of leeway. It's got to be a center mass hit. You basically got to take out their solar plexus. Well, that might be a little low, but you know what I mean. Center mass chest hit will do the one-shot kill between 40 and 75 meters. One-shot head kill from any distance, just like all the sniper rifles. The bullet velocity, the muzzle velocity is really good, 740 meters per second. The bullet drop is the same as the other sniper rifles, 12 meters per second. And I think I'm reading that right. I don't know. But the bullet drop on all the sniper rifles is basically exactly the same. None of them are different, but the muzzle velocity is different. So this is not the fastest muzzle velocity in the game, but you will get used to it. It's definitely not as slow as a Martini Henry, which I believe only has about 400 meters per second. Very slow. So I hope these tips will definitely help you guys. Next is the reticle. The basic reticle is your crosshairs. The reticle I'm using in this is the beam reticle, which is basically the post reticle, which is that vertical line at the bottom with two horizontal lines that don't intersect. They stop before they get there. And I like to switch between this and the chevron reticle. I've hardly ever gone back to using the standard crosshairs since I started making videos reviewing the other reticles. I thought I was just going to use them for a little bit to make the videos, say how I liked them, but I ended up liking all of them so much I just haven't switched back to regular crosshairs. Now, having said that, there's nothing wrong with the regular crosshairs. They are amazing, and they're super thin, which I think is perfect for a sniper, because when you're shooting a target far away, you want to be able to see through those crosshairs. You don't want them so wide that they restrict your vision, and you can no longer see the target that you're aiming at. Alright, so I've talked a lot about the SMLE Mark III Marksman Sniper Rifle. The other variants of it are good too. It has an infantry variant. It has a Lawrence of Arabia variant if you have the deluxe pre-order edition. And it also has a carbine variant, which lets you put some magnified iron sight scopes, red dot scopes, beam scopes. I think it does up to like 2.5 magnification, so it lets you magnify a little more than the iron sights, and it also gives you a scoped kind of feel, even though it's not really a scope. It's like advanced iron sights. It's carbine, okay? So that's it. That is why I love this sniper rifle. Now, I know the video is pretty far in, but let me go into some detail about the game mode I'm playing. Alright, I am playing Operations. Now, I've always been a Conquest type of guy. In fact, in Hardline, I was actually a Hotwire type of guy. But in Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3, I play Conquest exclusively. Like, I don't play any other game modes. Well, Operations is a brand new game mode that got introduced, so of course I had to try it out. And the first time I tried it out, you know, I was only in for like a couple matches, and it was fine. The second time I tried it out, I got so many sniper kills. It was crazy. It was crazy. There's so many snipers in this game mode. And there's also a lot of other classes too, but on these maps that I'm playing, the larger maps, you will find so many snipers trying to do long distance shots. And I mean, some of them are only like 200-300 meters away, which isn't very far at all. And if you're an accurate sniper, you can easily pick those guys off and get huge amounts of kills. Huge. I'm not saying that you're going to have an amazing game with a lot of kills every time you play Operations. I certainly don't. But I've had some of the best scoring games as far as like kill-death ratio or max kills goes with a sniper rifle. I beat my tank record, which was 84 kills in a tank. Actually, I think that was my flawless tank record, but I think I've actually had kills in the 90s with the tank where I've died maybe once or twice. But I actually beat out my vehicle record just using the scout class completely infantry. And I am playing defense. Defense is definitely, if you're going to snipe a lot, defense is what you want to play. Because when you're on defense, you don't have to advance. You know, when you advance, you run a huge risk. And we're up to 77 kills if you didn't catch that screen real quick there. When you're playing offense, you have to rush in. When you're playing defense, you shoot the guys that are rushing in, or you shoot the guys that are camping, trying to shoot you while you're on defense. So I think that defense is probably, in my opinion, the best side to be on when you're playing operations. Not saying you can't do good when you play offensive on the offense side, but you probably have a better chance of doing incredibly well when you're playing on the defense side. So this is why I have started to play more operations. Now my friends are still mostly into conquest, and I still play conquest way more than I play operations, but when I do play by myself, I tend to go into operations matches now, and it's just cool. You can pick the operation, you know, based on the maps you want to play. So that's another cool thing. You can kind of play the same maps over and over if you enjoy certain maps and you dislike other maps, which, let's be honest, we all have that. You know, we all have certain maps that we love and certain maps that we hate. Feo Fortress is neutral for me. I've always just kind of been like, whatever, this map, sometimes I do good, sometimes I do bad, but currently it's my record holder. Is it my favorite map? No, it's not my favorite map, just because I had an awesome game on it, but I don't dislike it. I think, what's a map I dislike? Empire's Edge. I dislike Empire's Edge. I don't know why. It's a good sniper map. It just reminds me too much of Golmud Railway from Battlefield 4, where there's pretty much all tank domination, you know? There's too many tanks and too little infantry. But that's hardly a problem in Battlefield 1, so I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. That's just an example of a map I dislike. So I've talked about the guns I like to use and the game mode I'm playing. Let me talk a little bit about the strategy. And I pretty much kind of covered this when I talked about defensive strategy. You always want to make sure that you have some kind of cover, you know. Just don't put yourself 100% in the open. Always be by a rock or a bush or behind a tree or something like that, where you can just pop your head out, you know. When you can see the enemy's whole body and they can only see half your body, or maybe just your head, or maybe just the top of your head, you have a huge advantage even if they already see you, because they're going to have to be way more accurate than you. And sometimes if you don't have time to be accurate, just go for 2 body shots, you know, instead of the headshot. If the guy's moving crazy or something like that, or if you have other enemies to deal with, just hit, you know, wherever you can and continue on. I can't tell you how many times I hit people that don't see me and they run off the map, and I turn around to shoot somebody else, take them out, then I get the assist counts as kill, which is still a kill on your record, you know, so it's all good. So I guess another part of the strategy is don't get obsessed with just shooting one enemy unless that enemy sees you and you have to put him down. So yeah, my strategy is basically on defense to kind of hang back and obviously just shoot the guys that are running towards me from behind the best cover that I can find. I like to stay mobile too, you know, don't stay in the same place for too long. Get 50, 60, 70 kills from one spot, then move. No, I'm kidding. Maybe get 4 or 5 kills from one spot, then adjust it. You don't have to move far. You know, when you're playing defense, you don't have to attack. You technically can't get called a camper when you're playing defense, because this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be defending from the people that are trying to take over, not charging towards them like a maniac. So when you're playing defense, play defensively. And when you're playing offense, play offensively. And I hope these tips helped, because the game's almost over. I had some other things I want to talk about. I guess I'll have to cover them in another video. 107 kills and about 18 deaths. It was a great game. I hope this helped, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Later.